TCI is brought to you by Escandarea, the most dominant 3-year-old this decade. Seeing is believing at eskyonthego.com.
Welcome back to another special edition of TCI. Joel, we're here for Kentucky Derby 138, but before the Kentucky Derby, it's always Ladies' Day here at Churchill Downs. Joel, let's take a few minutes and talk about these tremendous Oaks fillies. We really see some tough competition here this week.
Yeah, John, don't look past Friday. I mean, I know the Derby's very good this year, very contentious, but I tell you what, this Kentucky Oaks is as wide open, as good of a betting race as I've seen the Oaks be in several years. First of all, you have a full field of 15. Now, only 14 are going to run, but John, this is a contentious group. Maybe not as top-heavy as that Derby group, but very even, in my opinion. I see a lot of fillies that can win this race. It's going to be a good race.
Well, Joel, it looks like Grace Hall will be the likely favorite for this race, but I'm telling you, we've seen some really nice fillies, including Bob Baffert, who has 2 in here. Eden's Moon looks tremendous right now.
We saw Grace Hall on the track. She flew up from Florida, saw her on the track this morning, John. You know, she's not a big filly, but certainly has a lot of class and ran pretty well here last fall. I do think she's going to be a race favorite, and she's going to get a good stocking trip on the inside because there's a ton of speed in this race. You mentioned one speed horse, Eden's Moon. Be interesting to see what they do. Plum Pretty obviously won this race last year. Another speed horse that was able to stalk off the pace, cruise to the lead at the top of the stretch, finish well. Eden's Moon's a big, strong filly, John Malibu Moon. She gets over this track very well.
All right, Bob has another horse in here. She's been training all week with Bodemeister. Joel, I'm telling you, I think you got to keep an eye on this one.
Don't overlook Bob's other horse. That's Jemima's Pearl, John. This horse ran 3rd in the fantasy last time out, but speed was carrying at Oaklawn. She's a deep closer. She's going to like a mile and 1/8. She's by Distorted Humor, and she's going to get that pace to run at, John. I think she's very, very interesting because she looks good physically, and I love the way she's trained here. I mean, they've trained her with Bodemeister, as you said. She's trained down on the inside of him in 2 works, and she had a Gallop Boy on her in the breezes. You know, a guy that weighs 130, 40 pounds. Why, you know, obviously Bodemeister had Martine Garcia, a jockey. So she was giving up a lot of weight in those works and still held her own.
All right, who else do you see in this race that could maybe upset this top-heavy field?
You know, I really like Summer Applause coming from Fairgrounds. You know, I think that race last time out in the Fairgrounds Oaks was a good race, John, behind Believe You Can, who's trained well here. Believe You Can's going to be another one up on the pace. I think it's going to be a very contentious pace. And I like Summer Applause because I like her pedigree to get a mile and 1/8, and she gets a good finishing rider like Gomez, John. I love finishing down this long stretch at Churchill. It emulates Fairgrounds in a lot of ways. She loved that track. I just think she's going to get that speed to run out in front of her, and I think Summer Applause is a big threat in the stretch. She's my pick to win, but if I had to give a long shot, hard not to like. I mean, this Canadian filly that nobody's really talking about, very classy. She beat the boys twice last year as a 2-year-old. On the turf, we're going to have to see if she likes the dirt, but she has dirt in her pedigree. I loved her Ashton last time out, and she's doing great.
All right, one more filly before I let you go. She's caught my eye. It's Broadway's Alibi, Joel. She's really she's a flashy filly, and she's caught my eye here at the track.
Yeah, Broadway's Alibi. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the players bet Broadway's Alibi. Todd Pletcher's showing a lot of confidence in her first start around 2 turns to run her a mile and 1/8 in the Oaks. She's so fast, but I just don't see how she's going to deal with the other speed in here. Sacristi, Believe You Can, sharp right now. Yara from the far outside has to show speed, John. Eden's Moon's fast. It's just too much speed in the race. It's hard for me to see a brilliant filly like Broadway's Alibi getting a mile and 1/8 in this scenario.
Man, it's a great Oaks, and man, it's a great Derby.
I just hope they don't wash out like we're washing out right now.
I know, it's crazy hot right here, but I'm telling you, it's exciting racing. Make sure you guys come back tomorrow for another special edition of TCI.